And to deal with Sunderland's season coming to an end yesterday in the playoffs, I'm going to be running through every player and telling you whether I think they should stay or go going into next stage. So let's get started. I'm just going to go in position order, so from goalkeepers all the way through to the strikers. So yeah. First is obviously Anthony Patson, who was our first choice goalkeeper. He was the only one to have played every game this season. With Patterson, I would keep Anthony Patterson as I think he's a good young goalkeeper, can get better and better. But he's probably the player who, of the sellable assets, who you would see a sellable asset, if we could get a fee for, he would probably be the one I would let go. But in the ideal world, hopefully he stays. So yeah. And obviously Alex Bass, I've debated two off row what I would do with Bass. Do you just get rid of him or do you just keep him? I'm not, and I'm going to be honest, I'm not really bothered really what happened. If he was to stay, he'll be in the same position as he was this season. The second choice goalkeeper wouldn't be used unless, obviously, injury to Patterson or another goalkeeper. But if he was to leave, you could get someone better than him, maybe a more experienced championship goalkeeper. So whatever happens, happens with Bass. So yeah. And the third choice goalkeeper, Jacob Carney, he's out of contract. I wouldn't be surprised if he moved on. I think he's at the age now 22 where he has to go and play a regular first team football now maybe in a League 2 team, maybe let's just say, but I imagine he will move on. So yeah. Right backs, first off the Tree Hume, I think he had a good season like this season. Obviously he the first half of the season he didn't get a kick, but he more than took his chance. When he got a chance and done really well. He also showed he was versatile. Where he could play like right centre half as well. He's even played left back at times as well as right back. And I think he's a defender who we should be keeping. We should be building around him. And yeah, he's a player who we should be looking to keep. Gooch I would also keep. He's a player who obviously loves the club. He's given everything and can play like in more than can play more than one position. To be honest, I would like to see him get his chance back in the win next season. Well, he probably not, for being total honesty. But yeah, I think it would be stupid to let him go personally. So yeah. Niall Huggins is a funny one for me. As I could say, I don't really know what to do because obviously he spent the majority of the 2 years he's been here at Sunderland out injured, if you get what I mean. And if it continues on that split, I would let him go. And as well, to be honest, obviously he came back for the 2 games and I don't think he looked bad. But he's also probably third choice right back behind Hume and Gooch as well. O'Nien can also play right back, so and at left back he's behind Cirque and Lacey. So I could perhaps see him going out on loan maybe to a League One side, and then at the end of next season both Gooch's and O'Nien's contracts expire. So he could maybe, if he does well, maybe review in the last year of his contract to come in. But if he was to stay fit, he's someone who could like have a part to play, but we'll just see what happens. Then I've included Carl Winchester. He obviously spent this season on loan at Shrewsbury. In League One, he's out of contract. He will leave. But I've got the utmost respect for him. He played his part. He helped us getting out of League One. But that's all he is. He's a League One player, so I wish him all the best for the future. So yeah. On the centre half, the first one is Danny Bath. I think he was absolutely brilliant this season. Of course, a real leader was for me our player of the season, and we were a lot weaker, especially you saw last night without having a tall centre half about us what we've done. For me, but Bath's a must keep, and there might be debates whether he should be a starter next season. For me, I think he at least deserves the chance to be a starter. If you get me, he's been brilliant for me. He was my player of the season. So yeah, I would give him the chance to start as well. So yeah. Then Dan Ballard, I would also keep. For me, if you can keep Dan Ballard fit, he's the best centre half in the league. He's got a bit of everything. He can play out. He can battle well. He can head a ball, whatever. And I think that's the reason why I think we'll be able to keep on to him this summer, because he spent quite a lot of it out injured, what must have been frustrating. He broke his foot early on, and then he obviously then got an injury near the end, but got a hamstring injury near the end. But yeah, when he played, he's been good. And like I said, I think if you can keep him fit, he'll be the best centre half in the league today. And Luke O'Nien, Obviously, you keep him as well. He's so versatile. He can play in more than one positions. He's got a brilliant attitude like Goats as well. He absolutely loves the club. Whether '09 would be a regular starter next year is a different question. But they're having to come in to fill in and stuff. It's a no-brainer pretty much. So yeah. And on to Bailey Wright, obviously he spent the second half of the season out on loan at Rotherham. I imagine Bailey will move on in the summer permanently, and he's been a great servant to the club. I will always respect him, if you get what I mean. But I think it is the right decision to move him on, if you get what I mean. He's 31, where he'll also in the summer he'll also want to play regularly, if you get what I mean. We can't offer him anymore, and we'll just move past him, if you get what I mean. So I imagine he'll go, well, to be fair, he'll go back to Rotherham. League One will be interested. He has Scottish interest. He could go back to Australia, but whatever he does, I wish him all the best. So yeah, he played a big part helping him to getting up, and I've got the utmost respect for him. So yeah. And the last centre back, Joe Anderson, for me, he's got to go out on loan, as even improved this season. When Bath and Ballard were both injured, he still wouldn't play him. He would have rather played him Trey Hume and Dennis Cirque on either side of '09 than played Anderson. Would have rather played Linton Goats left centre half in the playoffs, if you get what I mean. But yeah, I imagine we'll go out. I don't get why we signed him in truth. He's 22, physically ain't ready apparently. But yeah, we'll just say what he does. League One maybe. So yeah. Left back, we got Dennis Cirkin. I think Cirkin had a good season when he played, but he was a quite injury prone, if you get me. And Cirkin's another one who, if we can keep him fully fit, he's a good left back at this level. He's proved it. He came with some vital moments to double at West Brom. He's got a Cardiff, got a goal and assist against Wigan, and I think he done well when he played. I think he's one where we've got a sort of contract out where he's now only got 1 year left on his contract, so we'll see. But yeah, Cirkin's someone who we should keep. As for Anthony Alacia, he's done really well. He done really well this season. He obviously came back last night. He tried to help us, but yeah, it just wasn't enough. But Alacia's had another good season. Can play centre back and left back, and I think he's going along with a big future ahead of him. So yeah. Then into the midfield, obviously we've got Corey Evans, who the captain, obviously he spent time out injured where he tore his ACL, he probably won't be at the start of the season. I think it's a no doubt Brina keeping him. How much he'll play next season, I don't know. I think he'll be, when he comes back, I don't think he'll be a regular starter, but keeping him for his leadership, where if he can have any sort of, if he's any sort of the same player before he got injured, he can contribute. And yeah, so Evans will keep. How will he be a regular starter next season? Probably not, but as a squad player and someone in the dressing room to help them, I think it's still good to have him in the squad. So yeah. Dan Neil, I thought he had a really good first season back in the Championship, did really well when he played. He played more as a holding midfielder and really stepped up when Corey Evans was out, and he's a player who again we should be looking to keep. I think he obviously just signed a contract, so I don't think he will go. He'll only get better. He's 21, and he will gather a lot from a season in the Championship. So yeah, there's obviously stuff he still needs to work on, and at times he still is a bit inconsistent for my liking. But yeah, Edouard makes it a funny one, because he posted a comment and a video, a message to us today, and I think it all but confirmed he's leaving and will not be taking up the option to buy him. But for me, if it was up to me, I would take the option to buy him. I liked him. He obviously lost his place the PR Equa in the last few weeks of the season. But for the fee we can get him for and what we can develop him into, he's only 20, so he'll only get better. Do you get me? And for $2.5 million, I think it's worth a gamble. But if it's not, thanks mate, so you played your part, and yeah, good luck for the future. So yeah, PR Equa, someone who at first when he came in January, really was where he does, or maybe not where, but didn't really convince us. But in the last few games, I think he's been really good, and he's got absolutely everything, and he's only 21, and he'll get better. So if he can have a pre-season under his belt, I see no reason why he can't come and help us next season. So yeah, obviously Jim Matete coming back from loan from Plymouth. What I would do is, because if Maitland did sign, what this is on the page that I'm wrong and Maitland did sign, and I would bring us experienced midfielder as well. So I would probably loan Jim Matete back out to Plymouth. Obviously, that just came up to see what he's like in the Championship and to have a good idea what he's like, to test himself in the Championship, if you get what I mean. If he does really well, you can always put Ray Carloxing in there just to so we can Ray Carl him whether he's done really well, whether we've got an injury crisis. So yeah, but I would loan Matete out, but it'd be interesting what we do with him in the summer. But yeah, fair play to him on winning promotion. He didn't do bad when he played, but it was the right decision as he just barely didn't play. So yeah. If you look at the right wing, Patrick Roberts, obviously I would keep. I think he had a good season and one of the better footballs at the club. I do think he needs to score more goals, like 5 goals. I don't think it is enough for a team that wants to go up. But yeah, he had a good season, linked well with Ahmad. He's someone who'll miss Ahmad, so yeah. Isaac Lahadley I would keep as well. Of course, we didn't say much of him after we signed him in January, but from what we did see, I can tell he's got ability and stuff like that, but maybe he just needs a pre-season. I was shocked thinking off the bench last night, in fair, where he just needs a pre-season to get up to speed with everything, because it can't be easy. Coming to a new company, in a language you don't even know, coming to people you don't know. So yeah, so let's just say hopefully he can come well and he can really challenge Roberts for the right wing spot next season. So yeah, then Diaco, I think is best for our parties to be Leeds, and that's what I think will happen. He struggled on loan wherever he went. He got more red cards. He got 2 red cards and no goal contribution. Hasn't worked out for him at Sunderland. I imagine he'll go back to Germany permanently in the summer. So yeah. Number 10, I'm going to start with Ahmad. He's been absolutely brilliant this season. Of course, he's not going to come back, but he's done really well, a big part of us, and I just want to thank him, and I hope he goes back to United and gets these breakthroughs. So yeah. With Alex Pritchard, he actually surprised me over the past few weeks, and he really changed my mind over him. With Alex Pritchard, a few weeks ago I would have said, if I'd done this a few weeks ago, I probably would have said let him go, but Pritchard I would keep, but he wouldn't be a regular starter, if you get what I mean. He would be the type of player who would come off the bench in games to try and impact the game, like he did against Preston, like he did against West Brom, like he did against Watford, if you get what I mean, and help the younger players out and stuff like that, and maybe get the odd start here and there. But like I said, he wouldn't be a regular starter. If Pritchard's that desperate to be a regular starter and he doesn't want to play that role, then I would just let him go. I wouldn't be surprised when he started Falconer if he did go. So yeah. Then Elliot Embleton, obviously he spent most of the second half of the season out injured. I think it is the right time for him to move on. I think he'll struggle to get into the team, and the team's move past us. Well, it will be sad to see Elliot Embleton go, as he's from the area. He's obviously helped us get out of League One, scored the goal at Wembley, but I think for the best of his career, it's the best that he moves on. And whether he'll go permanently on loan, I don't know, because I can't see many people buying him, the injuries he had with 2 years left on his contract, so it might be a loan. Maybe he might go to Blackpool in League One again, maybe. So yeah. Then Abdullah Bar is a player I really like. I would keep. I don't think Bar's ready to be an absolute nailed on starter, but he's a player who probably still get more chances than he did this year. But he's still somebody a first name on the team stage. So yeah. With Jack Clark, he's the player I want to keep the most out of this Kevin squad. I think it's going to be a real battle to keep hold of him. Brentford and it's a Crystal Palace that want him. He's been absolutely brilliant this season, played pretty much every game, got loads of goals, loads of assists, and he's only 22, what a lot of people will get. He will get better and better and better, and I think we will be stupid to let him go this summer, if we are going to let him go, at least got to be 20-25 million for me, what I don't think someone paying, and Clark's probably happy to stay, so Clark would stay. Joseph Bennett is a player that to be fair, I think he's been quite unlucky this season. He could have got a chance really, but he didn't. Obviously got injured. Later on, he's a player who I'm looking forward to see what happens with next season. I could maybe see him going out with loan, but ideally I would like to see him to stay. So yeah. Then obviously Ellis Taylor, who was facing on the bench the last few weeks with the injury crisis. Taylor's a player who needs to go out on loan. He's at the time where he's 20 years old, and I think he's going to struggle to get any chances here if you get me. To be fair, you could even tell him he's got 1 year left on his contract, so we'll just say, but either Taylor will go out on loan or get rid of permanently. So yeah. Then if you look at the strikers, we've got Ross Stewart, who of course will he stay, will he go? Well, let's just say for me personally, if the fee's only going to be 5 million, I would just keep him if you get what I mean. What he could offer for another season in the Championship, if we can get him fully fit, he comes back to see him play, is unbelievable. I think he could score 20-25 goals in what, let's be honest, we've got to go up, but we need more squad depth like next season if you get what I mean. But Stuart, if I don't know, to be fair, I don't think the fee will be any much like because if you look in the summer he turns 27, he's unproven really. He's a championship striker, obviously, with a bad injury record this season, and he will be still in pre-season, and he's only got 1 year left on his contract. Do you get me? So I can't say many clubs touching him for the price we want to pay, like 10 million. So I would just keep him if it's 5 million, but we'll say so, yeah. And Joe Gelhardt, I think he's been unlucky that he came into play next to Ross Stewart, but because of circumstances with Stewart's injury, he's had to play. He won't be back, but I wish him all the best for the future, if you get what I mean. So yeah, that's the end of the video. We'll leave your thoughts on who you will keep, who you will sell going into next season. The next time to say me, I don't know, but we'll just see what happens. If there's any news, maybe the retained list. Hope so. Yeah, although that'll be Stuart's only Winchester our contract. So yeah, so that's the end of the video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, view, comment, and say yeah.